This is how I got a job at Microsoft. So it all started the second year of college when I applied for a bunch of internships in the hopes that I could land my first real world internship. And Microsoft was one of those companies that I applied to. I never heard back, not even a rejection letter, which was fine, I guess. I had zero experience at that point. So I actually didn't get any internship, which was tough for me. I felt very discouraged. What I did instead was I applied as a web developer for my history department on campus, and I got the job. Now, this job really helped me get some real-world experience for the next career fair the next summer. I was dealing with clients. I was actually making a website to do stuff, and I could talk about that in my resume for the next go-around. And the next go-around, I also improved my resume by doing one simple trick, which was making a website about myself and my projects that I had worked on, and putting a QR code on the resume on the back of it. And this, for some reason, really impressed the recruiters. I would go up to one of them and they would just do the standard, okay, tell me about yourself. And I would just say, if you flip that resume over and scan the QR code, you'll go to a website all about me. And their faces would just light up because I think they were so sick of talking to thousands of students every day to finally just have something new, something different to do. And so that actually helped me get a lot of interviews for internships that summer. And I actually got several offers. I'll talk about that in another video. But one of the places that I got an offer from was Lawrence Livermore National Lab in California. This was a pretty cool experience of flying out to California, living in Berkeley for the summer, which is near Livermore, and getting to meet some full-time engineers at the lab, getting a special badge. You know, it's like a tight lockdown facility, so it felt really cool to be treated like, I don't know, a special agent or something. But anyways, I got to fly out there and I worked for the summer and got a ton of experience working with, you know, employees, customers, that sort of thing, building a website that basically just showed where in this small place in California the groundwater was being cleaned, because that's my team's responsibility at that internship. And actually, that internship, I got an award for best presentation that summer of all the interns, and like $100 bonus or something at the end of the summer, which was really cool. I used that to buy a bike frame, and I built my own bike, which I can talk about in a different video. But anyways, coming out of that internship, I felt super pumped. I felt like I did a good job. I got a return full-time offer from the lab, which was nice to just go into the next year like already with a job if I needed it. And so I, fixed up my resume some more, which I'll go over in another video. I'll show you the exact resume that I used to apply to Microsoft, just so you can have an idea of what might work for you. After I had fixed up my resume, I applied just like cold call, like no referral or anything like that. I just went to the Microsoft website again, clicked submit, and waited. And this time I actually got a call back. So I got an interview on campus with a full-time Microsoft employee who asked me some leak code questions, and I'll go over like what to do in a leak code situation, like how to prepare for those kinds of questions in another video. But anyways, those questions he asked me, I felt like I did really well on. It was in a whiteboard setting because this was pre-COVID. He was impressed, I guess, enough to refer me on to like a full site interview where I would fly to Redmond, Washington on Microsoft's dime and do like a 4-hour interview with full-time employees. Now, I was excited because, it was really fun to fly out there to Washington and rent a car just like for free, basically eat all this nice food, stay in this fancy hotel. And I distinctly remember the morning of my interviews finishing up some physics homework that I had to do to graduate, basically. And it kind of helped me just like keep my mind off the interview itself and still do something active, but like not stress about all the questions I might get asked. I also at that point had a full-time offer to both the lab and Qualtrics. So I was feeling like, hey, I mean, if I get it at Microsoft too, great, but if not, that's okay. I still got something, which eased the pressure a lot. So that day they brought all of us potential hires into the same conference room, and they just called their names like one by one to the back rooms to get interviewed. And it was funny because, I mean, we could literally like stare at each other as our competition, but then like go back there and interview or whatever, but then come back and try and be friendly with each other. It was just kind of funny. It felt like a gladiator ring or something where we're just like competing all for the same jobs. But anyways, I did my 4 interviews and I flew back home, and I didn't expect it, but I got a call the next day saying, hey, we want to hire you full time. So my wife and I were like, yes, definitely. And here I am today. It's been like 5 years almost. I'll hit 5 years in January. So I've been super excited about it. Thanks for watching the video. Feel free to like. Also, I'm planning to make more videos about like career prep, resume stuff, interview prep, all that kind of thing that helped me get this job. Thank you and have a good day.